Hi everyone, this is Aman Sophia, Assistant Professor in Triple Department. Welcome to WITS Connect. Today we are going to learn about the subject electrical estimation and utilization. See, what is mean by estimation means which determines the quantity of various materials required to execute a particular job and to access the cost of the execution is known as estimation. Before taking the work in hands, it becomes necessary to chalk out a list of quantity of various materials, its cost and labor involved for the completion of the work. So all these points can be considered into estimation. Nowadays, electricity is affected our daily life in all spheres. It lights our cities, powers our vehicle, runs machinery in factories, cooks our food, and so on. So it is difficult to imagine nowadays. It is very difficult to imagine a world without light. Electricity made life easy and comfortable, but on the other side, it may cause dangerous situations like shock, electric accidents, and even in some cases, it may lead to death also. So when we are doing something with the wiring system or with the electricity, we must uh, keep a proverb in our mind like electricity is a good servant but a bad master also. When coming to the importance of electrical wiring, electrical system can appear like a confusing mess of wires, like connections and hidden boxes and all. So if we take a proper care and necessary precautions, we can easily and safely handle most wiring projects. If we learn more about the electricity and wiring, we'll become more confident. When wiring is properly installed, an electric system will provide years of service, but wear and tear always causes problems from time to time. The real danger of electric use have been minimized with the use of quality of material like switches, wires and cables, etc. Coming to the conductors, a conductor is a wire or a cable or other form of metal which is suitable for carrying a current from generating station to the point where it is used. Like it transfer the power, it carries the power from generating station to distribution to transmission, right? So all wires are conductors, but all conductors may not be wires. For examples, consider example like bus bar in substation is a conductor, but it is not a wire. So let us differentiate between the wire and cable. So how we are differentiating it means according to the BIS nothing but Bureau of Indian Standards. Based on that, we are classifying the wire and cable. So first of all, bare conductor. Bare conductor nothing but which have no covering. The best example for the bare conductor is overhead transmission lines or distribution lines. Wire. If the bare conductor is provided with the insulation, then it is known as the wire. The insulation will separate the conductor electrically from other conductors. Next one is of cable. If two or more insulated conductors are provided inside a single covering, then it is called as cable. The term cable is used for all heavy section insulated conductors, whereas a wire means a thin section insulated conductor used for carrying current from one point to other point. This is the difference between base conductor, wire and cable. Next one is a classification of wires and cables. Wires and cables can be classified into different groups based on the different factors like first classification is based on according to the conductor material used. So according to the conductor material use, it's classified into two types like copper conductor cables and aluminum conductor cables. The next classification is based upon according to the number of cores. So according to the number of cores, it is classified in different types like single core cable, double core cable, 3-core cable, 4-core cable. The next classification is based on the voltage grading. So based on the voltage grading, it classified as low voltage cables. That means its voltage rating is up to 1000 volts, and high voltage cables, its voltage rating will be up to 11 kV, and super tension cables, so of which voltage value varies between from 11 kV to 33 kV, and extra high tension cables, so which is having a voltage from 33 kV to 132 kV. And next one classification is extra super tension cables. The next classification is based upon the according to the type of insulation. Next, according to the construction. This is the classification of wires and cables. So let us discuss about the cables based on the conductor material use. The function of a conductor is to carry the electrical current, right? So in electrical work, in both power and lighting, cables the conductor are made up of either with copper or aluminum. So based on that, conductor materials can be classified into copper conductor cables and aluminum conductor cables. Coming to the copper conductor cables, see, compared to cobalt, silver is having more conductivity, but due to its high cost, we are preferring copper. Why? Because its conductivity is next to that of the silver. That's the reason we are preferring copper, and copper is cheaper than silver, and conductivity will be next to that of the silver, and the copper used should have very high degree of purity like 99.9%. Such a copper will be having a resistivity value of 1.786 into 10 to the power of minus 8 ohm meter at a temperature of 20 degrees centigrade, and it is mechanically strong, hard and durable, and it has a high resistance of atmosphere corrosion and oxidation, and it can serve for long time also. So this is about the copper conductor cables. Coming to the aluminum conductor cables, aluminum has a good conductivity next to that of the copper. The conductivity of aluminum is 60.6% of that of the copper, and the resistivity of aluminum is 2.87 in 10 to the power of minus 8 ohm meters at 20 degrees centigrade. And it is also very low in cost and light in weight than copper, and it can be drawn into thin wire and sheets, but when it is drawn into thin wire on sheets, it loses its tensile strength. In order to increase its tensile strength, the aluminum conductors are reinforced with a core of galvanized steel, and such a conductor is known as ACSR conductor, nothing but aluminum conductor steel reinforced, and it can be used for overhead transmission lines and distribution lines. The next classification is based upon the number of cores. So all cables will have one or more number of central cores. According to the number of cores, the cables can be classified into different types. So each and every cable will consist of one or more number of central cores. The classification is like single core cables, double core cables. Double core cables can also be known as twin core cable, and 3-core cable, 4-core cable. See, coming to the single core cable, you can see the figure over here. It consists of only one core of standard copper. So you can see the figure, either it may consist of one core of standard copper, otherwise aluminum, which is insulated by layer of impregnated paper. The advantage of a single core cable are simple in construction, and they are available in large cross section area. The next classification is double core cable are twin core cable. So this cable consists of two copper or aluminum cores. Each core is insulated separately and there is an overall insulation around the cores. See, you can see the figure where at here it consists of two cores which are insulated. First of all, which are separately insulated, and afterwards these two are insulated with the overall insulation. The next classification is according to the type of insulations. So each cable will consist of some insulation, right? So based on the insulation, it can be classified as vulcanized Indian rubber cables, that's VIR cables, TRS nothing but tough rubber cables, PVC cables, lead cables, flexible cords, or weather cables. This is a classification of cables based on the insulation. First of all, coming to the VIR cable, nothing but vulcanized Indian rubber cable. This type of wires or cables are generally used in casing and capping, general wiring system, and connect wiring. So at there you can use the VIR cables, and these are available in two different grades like 250 volts and 650 volts, and it consists of tined copper conductor or aluminum conductor with a layer of vulcanized Indian rubber insulation. You can see the figure here. It consists of, we are considering a cable which consisting of insulation layer, that's VIR insulation, and these can be available in different sizes like 1 by 18, 3 by 20, 3 by 22, 7 by 22, 7 by 16. Established standard wire gauge, and they are available in different colors such as white, black, and brown. The next classification is tough rubber sheathed, or we can call as cap type sheathed cables. These cables are generally used in batten wiring, and these are available in 260 by 440 volts and 650 by 1100 volts, and they may be a single core or twin core. You can see the difference in single and twin core. The first figure shows a single core single stand TRS wire, and the second one is single core 7 stand cable. These are available in different sizes like 1 by 18, 3 by 22, 3 by 20, 7 by 22, so on. The next classification is PVC cables, nothing but polyvinyl chloride cables. These cables are used in industrial and domestic wiring such as batten wiring, casing and capping wiring, and pipe wiring, etc. And these are available in 250 by 440 volts, 650 by 1100 volts, and they can maybe single core, double core, or three core. You can see the figure at here. We are seeing the two. We can see the two cables. One consists of a single core cable, and the next one is of two core cable. As PVC is harder than the rubber, PVC cables do not require cotton tape against the mechanical and moisture protection. The PVC insulation does not create any chemical reaction with the metal of wire or cable, and PVC insulation has more life and good appearance. These cables are available in different sizes like 1 by 18, 3 by 22, 7 by 22 SWG, and available in various colors also like white, black, red, yellow, blue, and so on. Coming to what are the uses of cables means, normally electric power can be transmitted and distributed either by overhead conductors or by underground cables, but underground cables are used where it is difficult to erect the overhead lines, and the use of overhead lines is impracticable. For example, in congested urban areas or thickly populated areas where municipal authorities prohibit overhead lines for reason of safety and general appearance. So at there they will not permit the use of overhead lines. So the type of cable used will depends on the voltage and service requirement. For many years, cables were used only for distribution of electric power in congested areas, At, at, however, development